Hello and welcome to Andre's YouTube vlog for March 26th, 2012. Now, about a week ago, I went to the doctor's office. Now, as most of you well know, for the past year and couple weeks or so, I have had an unusual illness, aside from the usual colds and flus one gets every year, that's tended to congregate right here in my tonsil area. Now, I've been to several doctors, none of whom have seemed to have had much of an answer about what's been going on until last week, when I was informed of the news that I really didn't want to deal with. In a sense of desperation to try to make sure the doctor understood what it was that I had, I made a timeline of my illness and my best descriptions of my symptoms that I possibly could have. As you've seen in earlier vlogs on this subject, I haven't been able to explain these symptoms all that well to people. When he looked at the timeline, he confirmed his own suspicions that I had severe chronic tonsillitis and I will need to have my tonsils surgically removed. It's a procedure called a tonsillectomy. I've never had surgery before in my life. In fact, I'm very uncomfortable with the idea. He gave me some literature to read, but I'm not certain of the effects the anesthesia will have on my own personal body. I'm not entirely certain of what will happen during the recovery process. I don't know if I want to know. I have a lot of mixed emotions about it. Either way, it's scheduled for May 3rd. Frankly, I am very scared. I have to admit that. There's really no way around it. I just try to mask it as best I can because in my circle of people that I know, I guess fear is not a subject for mixed company. Everybody's supposed to act as if they are, simply not afraid to save face. And that's, in a word, what I wanted to talk to everybody about in this vlog. It's somewhat of a related issue. Now, around me, especially this time of year, now here in Maine, it's been very much an open winter. There hasn't been a lot of ice or snow to cover the ground. And, now that it is flu and cold season, the nature of the cold and flus going around are a little bit more severe. And as you know, I've been very recently affected by one such intense rhinovirus. Now, talking to a few people and watching the experiences of my family, I'm disturbed to note that a lot of people, maybe it's just around here or maybe it's all over the country, I'm not sure, seem to feel that a strong work ethic means that you have to go to work no matter how sick you are and no matter who else you could infect. Now, they believe that a small cold or flu won't hurt anybody. Now, most of the diseases that have come into this home have been the result of family members coming home from work and bringing illness back with them from other people who have been working while they are sick and refuse to take sick time off. And that brings to mind something about human nature which rather gives me the chills, I'm sorry to say. Have we become so collectively ruled by economy and self-centered behavior that we'll have no qualms about infecting a lot of other people with the disease, which might be harmful to children and the very old, just because we feel we'll lose money and prestige somehow? It's a rather disturbing fact to consider, but it sort of goes along with what's happened with me here. I think when people get sick, they don't know how to react sometimes. They don't know if they should stay home. They don't know if they should go out. They don't know if they should ignore it or if they should pay it close attention. I think education about these things is at a bare minimum. I think most people assume if they get sick, well, they'll just get over it. They don't pay attention to their bodies, and they get into really bad positions. Now, in terms of my tonsil situation, I sort of knew in the back of my mind that surgery might be a possibility. I just didn't want to think about it. But what I had in that case wasn't really harming anybody else, you know, it wasn't anything anybody else could catch. But, you know, a little advice I have to the world. When it comes to colds and flus and things that could be harmful to a lot of other people, you know, don't let your pride get in your way. Stay home, protect yourself, and protect your family, and protect your friends. And protect yourself, you know, above all else. Protect yourself. This is Andre, signing out. Stay well, everybody.